the Williams. Tyres smoking, burning rubber. And there is Johnny Herbert. Johnny Herbert ahead of David Coulthard. And Johnny Herbert is going through ahead. There is Jean Alesi. So Herbert is up into third place. And Coulthard is up into fourth. Alesi is in fifth position. Fascinating. This is lap 44 out of 61. Between Schumacher and Hill, there were 7/10 of a second. And look at it now. Look at this. We're with Damon Hill. And that is the German, Michael Schumacher, ahead. The world champion. Damon Hill fighting for his second successive British Grand Prix victory out of Woodcote. And there's somebody ahead of Michael Schumacher. It is Bouillon, the French driver. And now Damon says, I'm with you, Michael. And he's on new tyres, newer tyres than Michael Schumacher. And they're through the Beckett's, this magnificent complex. And Damon is pushing. Remember what happened in Australia last year when Damon Hill was as close as this to Michael Schumacher. Schumacher got rattled, Schumacher went off, and they're now right up behind the Sauber.
And what was interesting there was that Schumacher, to my mind, deliberately slowed a little on the last part of Beckett's. Hill was falling all over the back of him to make sure that Schumacher got a fast exit from the last part of Beckett's, because he knows that into the right-hander of Beckett's, and where one corner on, is the best chance for overtaking. And he wanted to make sure that A, he got by Bouillon, and secondly, that he didn't give Damon Hill the chance to take a run up alongside him.
Was that tit for tat? Because Schumacher was very angry with Damon Hill in the French Grand Prix for giving him, Schumacher, what he said was a brake test as they came up to lap Roberto Moreno. Hill backed off, and Hill closes right up on Schumacher now. Hill backed off, and when you back off in a Formula One car, there's no flywheel effect in the engines. It's just as though you put the brakes on. And Schumacher had to do just that in France. So maybe he was looking very closely at Damon Hill.
This is the best battle of any Grand Prix this year. It's Mark Blundell that's now in front of Michael Schumacher, but to have a 2/3 distance, the two arch rivals separated by 1 to 2 seconds, is absolutely fantastic. With Damon Hill on his home ground, pumped up as much as any driver ever can be, Michael Schumacher knows too that this is the time when he needs to prove, if he believes it, that he's the best driver, and it's all going to happen in the next 15 laps here at Silverstone.
Down the Hangar Straight. Schumacher, rightly or wrongly, believes that the British Grand Prix last year was taken away from him unfairly due to that black flag incident. That's a point of view thing as well, but he's going to be just as determined to stay ahead of Damon as Damon is going to be determined to get past him. And it's going to make an enormous difference in World Championship terms, because if Schumacher can stay ahead of Hill and win the British Grand Prix, he will increase his World Championship lead of 11 points by 4 points. If Damon Hill could get past Michael Schumacher and win, it would decrease the gap from 11 points to 7 points. Oh, what's happened? Damon's lost it, has he? Stops! Off! They're both off! Who's that? Is that a Tyrrell, or is it? It's Schumacher. They're both off. They're both out. Now you suddenly saw Damon Hill's steering wheel whirl about in his hands. Now whether they collided or not, I do not know. But whatever. Well, hang on. We're going to show you what happened. Schumacher waves his hand in disgust. Now this is it. Here they are. Schumacher on the left. Damon Hill on the right. Damon attacks, goes through on the inside. Contact. Now there's going to be a big argument about that. Damon Hill will say, I was close enough to get through on the inside. Schumacher will say, in no way were you. But the result is, of course, that Johnny Herbert is leading the British Grand Prix.
Well, I think looking at that, Damon Hill was really far too far away. Let's have another look now. This is through the 150 miles an hour bridge corner. Look, he's a long way away from Michael Schumacher. I don't know quite what was going through his mind there, but certainly Schumacher braked relatively early, but Schumacher turns in. Damon really has committed himself in a big way to come up the inside there. And unless Schumacher...